And so when you ask what comes next is whether President Trump can change course. This is the most important question facing the United States. And there are several different factions in Washington right now that are fighting for ultimate say. There's a piece by Mitch McConnell, our octogenarian who is completely living in a delusional past, who has a lead article in Foreign Affairs magazine calling for America to commit to primacy. And he calls for a massive military buildup to get ready for every kind of eventuality with Russia and China. That's the old school, and it remains very powerful. And it's got very powerful interests because it's the biggest business in Washington, about $1.5 trillion of annual spending for the military machine. And Mitch McConnell absolutely represents that. Then there are groups that say, we don't really have any fundamental conflict with Russia, and Russia's no real threat to us, but China's the real threat. So we should end the war in Ukraine, something I completely agree with. But we should do it so that we build up and get ready for the war with China. And this is kind of the middle ground, which is
a war with China. A country that manufactures all of our antibiotics.
Everyone is talking about war with China in Washington by 2027. And it's so weird, as if we just are trying to rush headlong into complete destruction. But we have official documents, a Navy strategy saying we must prepare for war with China by 2027. We had a major article in the New York Times, which I actually once upon a time read with interest. But in any event, it was a story about the Pentagon preparing for war with China. And I wrote the reporter, actually. This is another, I know these people for decades. So I wrote the reporter and I said, thank you for writing that story. I was happy to read it now because there'll be no time to read it after the war. We'll all be dead. So I'm glad that we have the story now. And the reporter wrote back to me right away, said, Jeff,